said no way, because as we've been talking about him, here he is. He's shown up in Winners Round 2, AlastairBL versus Slurps. I can't believe it.
There you go. Oh, how good. We've got him here. I'm so excited to see. And look, yes, he's got the Kingdom Hearts icon. He's in it. You know, if there was a man who was Sora in real life, you know, if I met AlastairBL in real life, I would expect him to be wearing those clown shoes. You know, like the Kingdom Hearts Sora shoes. Like, man. And here we go. Yeah, let's see. I want to see some Sora stuff.
So yeah, meanwhile, Slurps, unfortunately not a player that I've heard too much about, taking it 2-1 over Mayhem in his Winners Round 1. So we do have, we've got the Wolf on the other side. Now, also the Wolf skin that Bro1 uses, so a lot of respect there. I love that blue outfit from Wolf, but I also love, honestly, this Wolf as a character. I think he's a really, really cool character, a very expressive character as well. But Alastair, all right, already off to a bit of a start here with 28%. Now, one thing that I really... Go ahead.
I was just saying, I just saw all those hits from Sora, but then it was only 28%. And I feel like that's the theme with this character, right? Like, you really need to be able to do that expressive stuff if you want to rack on enough damage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, that's the thing. A lot of people are saying, you know, like, whether or not the those, like, you know, nair loops and whatnot are, you know, really worth learning, or whether or not the character kind of has enough source just by, you know, being pure neutral heavy. I think, like, to a certain extent, it does. But, and, you know, even things like that side special, still pretty egregious, you know, even without the, you know, without any sort of crazy tech. But, oh god, okay. Did not space that correctly, unfortunately, and Slurps just managed to scoop him down with that down smash. Really well played. Yeah, no, I think Alastair definitely looks like he's looking for it as well, constantly jumping around with these nairs, trying to find some sort of confirm into a kill at this point, because at any point in time, there we go, yeah, that nair into the forward tilt, putting Slurps in a really awkward spot.
There you go.
Just like that,
yeah. It's such an interesting spell as well, because it freezes you, and it freezes you straight away, and it doesn't give you that pop-up that freezes often do. You know, like when you get hit by, for example, like PK Freeze from Lucas, it pops you up into the air, so you kind of have time to mash out, or it sends you towards... It has knockback, right? That freeze doesn't have any knockback. You just fall to the ground.
Yeah, you just freeze, and you just kind of drop like a stone.
Yeah. But we'll see now, like, if Alastair, because he just took that stock, right? But now he's at 112, and Sora is, you know, surprise, surprise, a bit of a floaty, light character. Yeah. Center stage, that back air killed, you know, like center stage. And look, he was at 115, but still, center stage.
It's a concussion kick as well, that down tilt. Oh, rather, sorry, that back air. It's a terrifying move to be fighting. Oof. All right. Yeah, at this point in time, Slurps can definitely go for these kind of wilder hits, because he knows that, you know, at the very least, if that move connects, he's got massive stage control and potentially even a stock. Alastair's trying to fiend for a kill confirm here.
I feel like if you're Sora in this matchup, you really do have to kind of push your advantage a lot. You know, like utilize the fact that your character is like kind of fast on the ground. You've got this giant aerials, like up air is just huge, and when you double jump with up air, it's even bigger. It's interesting. I haven't watched enough Sora to make like definitive calls, but I feel like AlastairBL's kind of teething out this matchup, kind of working out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say at least for this game, it's a shame that it's happened so late. But I can definitely see this coming to a game 3 pretty comfortably.
Oh, nice! That was such a cute little. Yeah. That was like a side B, caused him tech on the platform, and then caught him with the up smash.
Yeah, so side special has set knockback as well. So if you do manage to find that double jump side special on the off the ledge, it will always send into some sort of tech situation on that platform there, so long as they get hit by it, obviously.
And the single side special has less lag as well. So if you stop it after one side special, it actually has less lag than stopping it after 2 or 3.
Oh no, I pineappled himself. Unfortunately, that's not ideal.
Sora's meant to be the character that can always make it back.
I wonder whether or not he might have tried to auto lock onto Wolf, but then from below there it just didn't work out in his favor.
Yeah, potentially. It's such a weird move to use. And I mean, obviously, AlastairBL maining Sora is probably pretty good at it, but sometimes that auto lock-on can really mess you up, especially if you're trying to, like, shark through the stage with it. You probably do want to do the auto lock-on, but yeah, maybe PS2 just kind of doesn't play nice.
Yeah, it looked like it didn't really work quite well in his favor there, but Might potentially see a stage swap as well to try and favor a little bit, basically just not pineappling. But I don't know. I always find that whenever whenever I've seen someone kind of fall victim to it, I feel like that stage just kind of gets banned out of principle, or mainly just out of spite as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's very hard to ban PS2. You know, it's dangerous to ban PS2 because then you're left with the Wild West of the rest of the stage list. You know.
Yeah. No, PS2 is kind of the fan favorite. As well, I feel like you ban PS2 and then you probably just go to baby PS2, which is like small battlefield, or you ban PS2 and you go to like, you know, another big stage. You go to Town and City, which is like the sometimes PS2. It's like sometimes there's a platform in the middle, sometimes there's platforms on the edge, sometimes it's FD. But you know, it's kind of when you're on a stage list that has similarities like this, and that's just due to the game and you know, trying to have the most balanced stage list possible. Sometimes you can't escape PS2, and we're back, right? The inevitable.
We dread it, run from it, and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think at the end of the day, I think that one thing that Alastair could definitely try and expose a bit more of as well is the fact that Sora, on top of the fact that he's an incredibly floaty character, and I know that you mentioned as well, he's very fast. He's surprisingly fast on the ground, but considering how slow he is, you know, in terms of floatiness in the air, being able to sort of, you know, swap between that and kind of, you know, spending like an hour and a half in the air only just to bolt up to your opponent and just, you know, grab them from the other side of the stage so quickly is definitely something that I think Sora can abuse. Oh, there you go. Nice. We got that one into forward smash. A beautiful combo.
Oh. Unfortunate not getting the punish for that wolf flash. It's so hard. You like don't know, is he going to land on the stage? You got to respect it because you don't want to get hit by that giant strong hitbox. But yeah, there's that F smash.
Nice call out there. Slurps overcommitting with that forward smash. I mean, at that point in time, he didn't even need to charge it for that to kill either. So it was maybe a little bit too bold there. Now, I guess another thing to consider in this matchup is the fact that a lot of Sora's aerials and a lot of Sora's aerial combos as well are going to be sort of true. I think it's similar to a lot of Sword characters in the sense that, you know, the moves are probably maybe like, you know, true if it's like, you know, a frame 2 or like a frame 3 out of, you know, disadvantage option like a normal air dodge. But Wolf has that frame 2 air dodge as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's interesting as well. I think some of the Sora combos as well are sort of like frame traps because like you can air dodge out of it, but also Sora can just stop the combo and react. It's a bit weird. I know the nair loops, like the noops that the Sora players have been talking about, are true, but they have to be done quite tight as well, right? Like if you're the Sora player, you really have to be putting in those like nair 1, nair 2, fast fall, nair 1, nair 2, fast fall, like really quick and with lots of precision, like hitting them in the right spots as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And likewise as well, I think there are a lot of loops that can lead into sort of, you know, forward air confirms too. And I think Alastair was actually going for one of those in game 1, but also definitely realized the fact that I feel like... Yeah, really gorgeous there. I think Wolf is a surprisingly hard character to kind of, you know, push your advantage state with Sora. Oh, yeah. See, again, going for it there, but with the frame 2 air dodge, as well as the fact that he's quite a fast faller too, there's a lot of factors to consider. Oh, God, that is a beautiful trade there from Slurps.
Yeah, you definitely...
the lead.
If you've got a big hit like that and Sora's just, like, flying directly at you with that side special, then yeah, why not? You know, just smack him. Yeah, again, Sora, a character that kind of, like, does that death by 1,000 cuts. If you can trade with him and get big hits, then I think you're probably going to be in a better situation than he is.
But Alastair keeping a really, really lovely lead here. I mean, even with a couple of lasers coming out, yeah, Alastair's got a really, really good, comfortable lead. But Slurps is closing it back slowly.
Yeah, I like and that down smash, keeping him in the air enough to dodge the shield grab. That was kind of cool. That Sora's down smash. Oh, that up B killing. No, not yet. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Up air. Wow, yeah, some interesting Sora tricks there. That just reminded me of Sora's down smash. Like I was aware of how crazy that move was, but you know the fact that you can't shield grab it not because of how safe it is, but because his hurt box is still in the air after the move. Because of how high he goes. Like that's funny. That's just funny. That's classic Smash Bros right there. Yeah, no, great work, AlastairBL firing back. Like that was pretty convincing. I really liked the reserved play as well with the spells. Like recognizing he had a lead and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna blast you with fire, I'm gonna maybe freeze you, and just be really annoying. Like use that speed, use those like the hitboxes that you can just throw out all the time. Like mix up whether you're gonna throw out another hitbox or land and do something else. Just seemed pretty smart from Alastair. So good on him.
Yeah, I mean, I think recognizing as well that that Wolf as a character has, you know, a super quick, I believe, like, you know, frame one, if I'm not mistaken, reflector, or maybe a little bit slower, but still, you know, a reflector that can be, you know, put out on reaction as well, to a lot of Sora's pretty telegraphed moves. So, yeah, I actually don't think I saw it once, whether or not that was more the fault of Slurps, of, you know, for sort of not remembering, or whether or not it was to the credit of Alastair for, you know, mixing up the timing with those projectiles and actually, you know, using them just when Slurps wasn't even thinking that it was going to be an option.
I mean, I think reflecting a lot of Sora's projectiles doesn't really get you much. Like when you think about, obviously there's like Faraga, right, which is like those fireballs. They're not the best fireballs on their own. They kind of, they work either as like a pressure tool because Sora can like keep firing them, or you can kind of run in behind them and like hopefully get a confirm. And like Alastair was kind of like being far enough away that like reflecting one either would have just clanked with another one, or like not really given you too much of an advantage. Obviously thunder comes from above them, so if you reflect it, it goes back, and that doesn't help you. And then, speaking of thunder, yeah, that was a really nice, really convincing hit with the thunder. So remembering that like if you get hit by one part of the thunder, it will combo into the rest of the thunder, which is like kind of makes up for it being so inconsistent.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the goal. Sometimes you do just kind of fall out of them, but then honestly, you know, I guess in the same way as a storm itself, when it rains, it pours, right? Like when you actually do sometimes get hit by it, you can just get completely blasted.
Yeah, you just die sometimes. It carries you out towards the blast zone and then has the horizontal knockback, and it's like, wow, okay. I just got 2 framed by a move that single-handedly carried me to the blast zone and killed me in the corner.
Absolutely. It is a wild move, and I mean, no reflector is really going to help there either.
Yeah, exactly, because it just reflects it straight up. And then the last thing is the Blizzaga, right? If you reflect that, I'm not sure, but I feel like it is just like because there's so many little projectiles. I feel like a lot of them are just going to clank with themselves, you know. But yeah, we'll see if Slurps gives that the reflector a shot more. I definitely don't. Okay, here's some loops.
Wow! Oh my God, he's still going. Look at that.
That was crazy, and now he's on 85.
Yeah, that was exactly the stuff that we're seeing briefly in game 1, but he just didn't find the right sort of momentum for it. But Alastair looking really polished here in game 3.
That was so smart, and those nair loops get even scarier when you realize that it's like Sora's nair. Even if you hit the back hit of the nair, it pops you in front. Like it's a really interesting move like that. So most moves in this game, you know, like if you hit the back hit of a move that hits on either side, it's going to send you the opposite direction, right? But Sora's nair, like no matter where, because it has to combo. Oh, there's the thunder coming in.
It's such a nice, not necessarily even like a frame trap, but it's just such a nice, you know, just keep your opponent on your toes there. Just to keep. Oh my God, he's still going.
And 80%. That's wild. He just Sora feels like each hit doesn't feel meaningful, but you just get hit so many times.
That's the thing, but he also he kind of takes you on a tour of the entire stage in doing so too.
Yeah, for sure. No, taking him from like the left small battlefield platform all the way like to the top right of the blast zone was kind of funny. But Slurps, I think, definitely has potential to fire back here. Oh no, there you go. That up B.
Yeah, well played there. That was definitely infinitely more comfortable from Alastair than it was in game 1. So a very, very close game 1 in the favor of Slurps. Incredibly close game 2 as well, but Alastair kind of running away with it there in game 3.